Watching News at Prime, let's get into this discussion now. ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has spoken tough against incompetence and poor performance by party officials. He has called for accountability while delivering closing remarks at the ANC's National Executive Committee, lekgotla, in Boksburg over the weekend. Let's get more now on this and in particular the explosive testimony of Witness E at the Madlanga Commission, and we're joined by the ANC Veterans League President, Dr. Snuki Zikalala. Dr. Zikalala, good evening to you. Thank you for your time. We're going to start with part of what came out of the lekgotla, and basically it's the marching orders by the President of the ANC, who details, among other issues, that the delivery of services, incorruptible people, but more important, who are competent, are going to be put in places of responsibility at municipalities. Is there genuinely going to be a follow-through on this? Because the voters have heard this before.
Good evening, Polly, and good evening to your viewers. I think it was very interesting, lekgotla, and I think the SG will outline exactly what other resolutions have been taken, especially in other 6 commissions. I will concentrate on the main commission. Of course, all of them are important. Is that the one of fix local government and improve basic services. We can do whatever we want to do, but if we don't provide what our people, ensure that there's sanitation, there's refuses collected, the potholes have been dealt with, potholes, water leaks, electricity, indigent registers, housing and title deeds. If these issues are not addressed expeditiously, people won't consider us as a party of choice. And of course, in one of the commission that we're in, is that it was said that in each and every local government, especially municipality, there should be a rapid response team that will work with the mayor and also work with the city manager to ensure that if there are complaints from society, those complaints are being addressed and attended to expeditiously. The other thing is that the organization said they would be intolerant of, especially of the mayor, the speaker, and the chief whip, if they don't work together. And of course, the city manager is very, very important as well. And so it's important that these 4 people should work together and as a team and ensure that basic services and quality services are provided to South Africans, all of them, irrespective of color, race, or creative, irrespective of which political party they come from. And so that's those are marching orders. Yeah. And secondly is that our councillors, who are very, very important in any council, they should play their oversight role. They are the ones who have to address the community needs. And councillors who don't call meetings, they have to be dealt with. Councillors who don't ensure that community needs are being attended to and addressed to expeditiously, they have to be held to account. Yeah. And thirdly is that it was suggested that there are a lot of DGs, DDGs, and senior government officials who are now pensioners. In any municipality where there is lack of capacity, lack of professionalism, they'll be called in to come in and assist in setting up these rapid response teams, because they are the only ones who can ensure that our people's issues are being addressed adequately, especially the indigent people, people who are suffering. And of course, you have to deal with the issues of squatter camps. Yeah. What do you do with squatter camps? And so those are the issues we discussed, and there will be no compromise on people who are corrupt, on people who are putting their hands in a cookie jar. Okay. That will be the end of it.
Mr. Zikalala, there's lots to get through, and I'd like for us to keep this as quick and punchy as possible. For the ANC to be able to achieve this, the President clear that there needs to be a cohesive party that is free of factionalism and or corruption, as you've just pointed. And so, what is your message as the Veterans League, therefore, to the executive of the day in the ANC, starting here in Johannesburg? There is alleged voter fraud, ballot papers discovered at the home of a person who is understood to have been part of the elections company that conducted this.
I think it will be very premature for us to comment, because we should leave everything to the state, to the state agency. Let them deal with it, and let them not compromise. we say that the full might of the law must be applicable. You should not leave any stone unturned. Those who are found wanting and have committed whatever crime it is, they must be held to account. What we're disappointed with as veterans, as you know, that we're very disappointed with Shamila Batoy. For the past 5 years, she failed to prosecute people who were supposed to be prosecuted through the Zondo Commission. She failed dismally. And so we hope that the new NPA boss will be able to deal with that, because the police do investigations, they put charges together, but now who's supposed to prosecute is the NPA. When the NPA is weak, then you won't be able to prosecute individuals who are found corrupt, who are found being on the other side of the law. Okay. And so we are saying that let the law take its course, irrespective of who it is.
Well, that's very strong words. Let's hear how you're going to deal with this particular question. The Madlanga inquiry has resumed its work today, and going straight into the nub of the issue, Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, there were even recordings that are played of him talking to a particular witness known as Witness E at this commission. And it is clear that pressure is being put on this witness to do certain things to implicate certain people. Why does Minister Mchunu still have a job? Why is he even still called Minister Mchunu after such revelations, if the ANC is serious?
Well, we have to know that we are living in a constitutional democracy. And the president has appointed the Madlanga Commission, and then Parliament came with the Artwork Committee, and the president made it very clear that recommendations of Madlanga Commissions, immediately when they're tabled on his desk, he will act decisively. And so if Senzo has been found wanting, as the witnesses say, the law must take its course. And the president has made it very clear that I will act. And we as veterans, we believe that he'll act. And of course, the National Prosecuting Authority must just act. We don't know why they're failing to act. Because they are the ones who are saying, people are saying the ANC is corrupt, but the ANC does not deal with the law. There are people appointed, people are supposed to prosecute, and so let them do so without favor. That's what we are saying. And so we are saying that let them act, let them present all the documents to the president. The president, we believe that he will act decisively on this issue, because it's very embarrassing. It's harrowing to hear what is happening within the police. Really, it's unimaginable that we can go to this so far. And so we, as veterans, we are saying, let them act. Whoever finds himself on the wrong side of the law, he must act. He must pay for it. Even if it's a high price, tough luck. There's nothing that we can do.
Mr. Zikalala, I hear you, and you're quite right. If indeed the law has been broken on the one end, therefore the prosecuting authority must play its part. But there is the element that you, the Veterans League in the party, are tasked with. It's a task that you have given yourselves, and that is to preserve the image of the party, particularly in a year like this one, going into an election. So surely there ought to be there's got to be political management before things can even go to the legalese. Are you saying that political action is going to wait for those who are tasked with investigating matters legally in order for you to move?
Well, we made it very clear in the NGC, National General Council, that we came through, to say that immediately if the Integrity Commission gives a proposal that an individual must step aside, that individual must step aside not only within the African National Congress itself, also in Parliament. Because before an individual will step aside, and then from there, he still goes to Parliament as a public representative, we say that must come to an end. And as veterans, we are saying that the Integrity Commission itself must then call all these individuals and say to them, you've put the organization into disrepute. And then, of course, the Integrity Commission must then give an outcome. And so this comrade must step aside as soon as possible. And so the NGC agreed on that. And so what we are saying is that individuals who find themselves in conflict with the law, they must just face the consequences. That's all that we are saying. Because we are living in a constitutional democracy. People have got rights. And of course, Senzo himself has a right to dispute whatever was said in court. I was listening to, during Madlanga Commission, I was listening to it attentively. And so he must redeem himself. No one will redeem him. He must redeem himself.
All
and
right.
so that's what we are saying. Individuals must take responsibilities of their actions. They must not blame other people. And that's what the president is saying, is that we are not going to cover up for any individual. And even wrongdoers, the NEC, the National Executive Committee of the ANC, has decided that they are no longer going to defend wrongdoers.
Okay.
Immediately, if you find yourself in problems, you must learn how to swim. If you can't swim, tough luck.
Dr. Snuki Zikalala, the president of the ANC Veterans League, thank you very much for your time.